Three Wise Men is in the building. The Verbal Exchange. We
Bron
coming at
put
y'all
up
once
at number one.
again. We're gonna touch on the finals game two briefly, and then we're gonna break down the top five running backs of all time in the history of the NFL. And then we just gonna break it down by position as we go forward. But first, we got a heck of a conversation going on already. The topic of super teams came up, and I asked these guys, is the 2017 or 2016, 2017 Golden State Warriors the best team that we've ever seen assembled? I would argue yes. I mean, we talking about four current active All-Stars playing right now. We never seen that before. And then the Lakers came up with Gary Payton, Karl Malone, Kobe, and Shaq.
Well, see, my point to that is, the Lakers started that. Like, I remember seeing.
No, hell no.
Man, I remember Magic Johnson saying after a game that this is the reason why Jerry Buss is the best owner in the leagues, because he puts the best product on the floor.
But I would argue Boston started it, right?
LeBron started the players.
Nah, because Shaq was before that.
Nope.
LeBron wasn't the first free agent to leave, though.
LeBron left and made a team. That's the first time to do that.
The Lakers Kobe made a career out of that shit, dog.
What about Charles Barkley? What about Charles Barkley going to Houston to play with the Dream?
Superstar. He didn't make them good. He was just a role player.
Charles absolutely made them good.
He was a role player.
And that's the case, man. Karl Malone knew what they were doing when they went to the Lakers, bro. That's my point.
They won a ring.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely, they wanted a ring. But is this the best Golden State Warriors team we've ever seen?
It's the best team ever.
I mean, is this the best team ever?
Yeah, I think so.
Best team ever.
I think we all can agree with that.
Okay, could the '96 Bulls have beaten them?
No.
I agree.
No.
The '96 Bulls get mollywop. They get mollywop. Let's look at the '96 Bulls roster. Let's look at the '96 Bulls roster. I don't even see how they match up. I really don't even see how they match up with the 2017 Golden State Warriors. Yeah, they starting. Who they had? Tony Kukoc, Luke Longley, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, and MJ, of course.
Listen, y'all, you gotta understand what you're saying, bro. You trying to match up, right? How does Draymond Green play power forward at 6'7"? It's about smart. You feel me?
Charles Barkley. What you just said? Charles Barkley was 6'4".
6'4". 6'4". And Dennis Rodman was a lockdown defender, period. Him and Scottie Pippen.
Still, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying about them being lockdown defenders, but you gotta understand, it was easy to be a lockdown defender in the '90s because couldn't nobody shoot.
But that's what I'm saying. Which rules are we gonna play by? We gonna play by the can't touch Jordan them rules, or we gonna talk about the physical?
It don't even matter. It don't even matter what rules we play by because we could play with anybody's rules because the athleticism and the talent is what dictate the game. I don't care. You could play whatever rules you want to play, but who gonna pick up KD 35 feet from the basket and he already in range? Who gonna pick up Clay 30 feet from the hoop? Who gonna pick up Steph 30 feet from the hoop and play lockdown defense that far from the basket and they screening and rolling all night?
Even to foul them hard. They ain't gonna be able to foul them hard because they pulling.
Man, they blow them Bulls out the arena.
Man, you take that. You put Ron Harper at point, Jordan as shooting guard.
Ron Harper broke kneed ass.
Man, they ain't finna take that big nigga. They ain't finna take that big nigga like Ron Harper. Man.
Ron Harper would have been on skates from tip ball, dog. Come on.
Because I'm gonna tell you, what you missing here, they gonna put Clay on Jordan.
Yeah.
Make Jordan take some bad shot. Jordan gonna take some bad shot.
That's an easy matchup all night, bro.
No,
for who? For who?
Jordan.
Clay on Jordan is an easy matchup for Jordan?
Yeah.
I don't see it. Jordan better have them refs. He better have them refs in his back pocket like he did the last 5 or 6 years of his career.
Hey, but that's what I'm saying though, bro. Like look at the league now today, bro. You can't even guard these dudes, bro. Now you got 4 All-Stars on the team with a 7-foot shooting guard, my nigga.
It's not the It's not that you can't guard them. It's just they so skilled at what they do. There ain't nobody on the Bulls that's gonna match up with KD at 7 foot with a handle, shooting from anywhere on the court. Kevin Durant would average 50 against the Bulls.
Now I'm glad we're recording this.
Let me make my point with what Carlos just said. You just said it's harder now to hold people, right? So just imagine if you take the gloves off Klay Thompson to be able to touch and use his hand check on Jordan.
Man, the Bulls get swept so bad, dog.
Right now, how good of a defender he is right now. Right now. He can't touch right now and he's locking down.
The Bulls get swept. And then look who they had coming off the bench. John Sally. Jack Haley. James Edwards. Jason Caffey. Judd, who's this? Judd Buckler? Oh, man. Boostler. Yeah, they get hammered.
I know the roster, but that's what made Jordan so cold, my nigga. Look at you know what I mean?
You broke up. Hold on, you broke up. Say that again.
I was saying that's what made Jordan so cold. Look who his roster was, bro.
Bruh, let me break it down to you like this. I'm looking at the stats right now. There's no way they could have hung with Golden State. Jordan played 40 minutes a night. He averaged 30 points. The next closest was Pip. Pip played 41 minutes a night, and he gave you 16 points. Tony Kukoc is only giving you 10 points. Where the offense coming from? Golden State is one of the best defensive teams that we've seen in decades.
He ain't stopping Jordan like that, though. That's what I'm saying. See, look
even if Jordan go off,
they would have fouled out. They would have fouled out, bro. They would have fouled out, Gordon.
LeBron James had a triple-double last night, and they got blown out, and he had a triple-double.
He averaged that in the first final.
LeBron Jordan. Y'all got me tripping. Listen to this right here. Jordan averaged 30 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and almost a block.
That ain't enough.
That's MJ. LeBron is averaging 30, 10, and 12. And they losing by 20.
But it's a different style of 30, 10, and 12, though. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
Scottie Pippen would be what LeBron is.
But Pippen wasn't close. Pippen gave you 16, 8, and 5. 16, 8, and 5. And and he the closest to LeBron that they got on that roster. 16, 8, and 5?
Jordan 30 was so dominant. It's the same way with Durant. Like his Durant 30 is so dominant right now that it's just hard to come back from, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up, shit?
I can't agree with you, Los. I can't agree with you. Because if you look at the box score from last night, Kyrie put up points. Kevin Love gave you 27. LeBron gave you 28 and with a triple-double. Them guys is producing. They producing. Golden State just loaded. When you got your power forward, Draymond Green shot 50% from 3. What power forward center on the Bulls had that kind of range?
They go back to what we were saying, though. This is the best team we ever seen put together. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, hey, I have never seen since the 2000s, my nigga. I only watched in the late 80s and all the 90s and shit. But when I started seeing when Shaq left Orlando, went to the Lakers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. They already had Eddie George and they drafted Kobe, right? Okay, cool.
Eddie Jones. You thinking football? Eddie Jones.
Yeah, Eddie Jones. Sorry, man.
And Nick Van Exel.
Yeah, but people seem to forget Rick Fox came from Boston, franchise player. Robert Horry was tight at Houston at that time. You know what I mean?
The Lakers had a good team.
You bring in Glenn Rice. No, you bring in so many different people, bro. And people seem to forget, like, the Lakers started all this. People just trying to keep up with what the Lakers was doing.
Nah.
Yeah, I'm just being.
LeBron James was a player that was not happy with the team he was on. He going to deal with this for the next 3 years. And guess what? He might be 3-8 in the finals.
So what? He still got ring.
3-8.
Ran 0-2.
Yeah. Okay. I get it. I get it that 3-8 in the finals is not a good record. I get that. But what player, right? Okay, so LeBron is taking teams to the finals and he's taking losses. You still have to understand the fact that he's taking underachieving, non-deserving teams to the finals.
Still ain't never had the best team in the league.
The same way Allen Iverson took them Philadelphia 76ers to the finals and they played the Lakers and they got smacked. They didn't belong in the finals. But because he carried them, because he elevated them, you know what I'm saying? So is it a knock? Is it a knock against AI that he 0-1 in the finals when he played Shaq and Kobe in the Lakers squad that was way better built?
A team that was way better than Philadelphia 76ers.
So the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won 67 games or somewhere in that area, 60-something games with LeBron. He takes them to the finals and they get smacked. He leaves that team and then they win 17 games the next year.
Yeah, exactly. And then not only that, they draft Kyrie, and for 3 or 4 years without LeBron, the Cavs still suck.
They were horrible.
You know what I mean? It wasn't until LeBron came back that they get, and then they picked up one player, Kevin Love. Everybody, they had like they just revamped the whole.
They did revamp their whole team.
They had to move pieces. To me, honestly, I feel like if they'd have kept Andrew Wiggins, they would have been a lot better because they had Andrew Wiggins on his rookie contract. They had so much more They had so much more salary cap space, but LeBron, in the heat of the moment, now he tries to say he didn't have no influence, but he did heavily influence that roster.
Everybody know he do.
He did.
Tristan Thompson was a mistake.
Yeah.
That was a mistake.
That was a mistake, man.
He got 8 rebounds in 2 games.
Trash.
8 rebounds.
I said it earlier. I made the point earlier.
You said a while back though.
Dude,
You said a while back he was garbage.
dude's a bum.
Yeah, he always been overrated.
He definitely ain't worth that money. And he got their salary cap so out of whack. He's part of the problem that it makes it look bad on LeBron now because they done overspent for all these players. So now everybody making the argument, oh, LeBron, he done spent all this money. He should be happy. But if you look at that roster, they would have been better off moving Kevin Love when they tried to get Melo at the break. And they'd have been better off not paying Tristan Thompson. It's all about star power, Lo.
Yeah, I agree with the Thompson. They shouldn't. I like the Thompson. I think he got a good engine. You know what I mean? He go hard and shit, but he ain't got no offensive game.
No, and that's what they need.
He a poor man, Dwight Howard. He a poor man, Dwight Howard.
He not even a poor man, Dwight Howard. At least Dwight was gonna give you 14 and 10.
But I am glad that they kept Love though. You know what I mean? Even though I don't really like Love, but I think that he's doing a little something that Carmelo would not have done.
Too much money for Kevin Love, and Kevin Love disappears. Carmelo was bad for any team's chemistry. Carmelo is bad for he a ball stopper.
Yeah, he wasn't that big. You know what I mean?
But to match up in these finals, when LeBron is gassed, which he has been in these last 2 games because he's leaving it all on the court and he completely worn out, you need a player that can get the peel and make his own bucket. Get your own shot. Don't depend on LeBron to create assists for you. Carmelo can do that. Kyrie can do that. Kevin Love, not so much.
Okay, here's my thing about LeBron, bro. Y'all play 2K?
Absolutely.
All right. Y'all play the player, you know what I mean? You create your own player shit.
My player, my career. Yeah. We own that.
When you gotta get in the league and you start off and you be trash as hell, you still gotta be the nigga.
I don't be trash, dog. I'm just saying.
But what I'm saying, my point is that in that league, you know how you gotta basically do everything for the team.
Right. Setting screens and
all that shit.
Yeah.
I think LeBron out there trying to do that.
He has to.
Instead of just, it's no, I don't really know about all that, bro. I think that he needs to just come down and let everybody do what they supposed to do. You know what I mean? Like, instead of trying to be the one that get the rebound, the one that get the assist, the one that scores the point.
Lowe's. If LeBron take his foot off the gas pedal they lose by 50.
Him another one.
I ain't gonna disagree with that. But that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't go out there and go hard. What I'm saying is you don't have to be the one that set the pass up. You know what I'm saying? Get the assist to the 3-point. Let everybody else do them too. You know what I mean? Because JR can do one-on-one. JR can do the one-on-one.
JR disappearing, man. JR is disappearing in these finals. He ain't showed up yet.
Ain't no shots for him.
3 points in 2 games.
Ain't no shots for him. You know what I mean? Kyrie need to go one-on-one. Love gonna catch and shoot, and LeBron gonna do him. You know what I mean? Ain't no shots for him. Shannon Fry gonna shoot. Shumpert's opened up a little bit better. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
it ain't no shots for him.
I don't know.
But what I do think, but my point to what I'm saying is, all them niggas need to just grab their nuts, nigga, and go hard. That's all it is.
The grab your nuts analogy. I don't know if it's gonna be enough. I don't know. They might grab their whole joint. I don't know if it's gonna be enough.
That's the difference between the play.
You think they got 10 colors?
That's the difference between the play, bro. Look at Golden State, my nigga. They having fun out there. LeBron them looking like they trying to be businessmen and shit. You know what I mean? Like be professional and shit.
They look like they know they get outplayed by a better team and they got no chance, no matter how hard they play.
We got to see what happened. We got to see what happened in Cleveland. We got to see how they play on their home floor. They got 2 games at home. And me personally, I expect them to come out and play lights out in Game 3.
Yeah, see, I'm not.
They will get.
I'm not worried about them beating them. I think they can beat them. That ain't no thing. We ain't worried about them having Durant. You know what I mean? That ain't the problem. You know what I mean? No, it ain't.
You calling for the sweep, Lathan?
Yeah, they gonna get swept.
4-0. They ain't gonna win 1 at home.
They ain't gonna win. They can't win. Look at the game. I understand. Golden State at home, and you play better at home. You tend to win your first 2 games at home. That's what you're supposed to do. But the way Kevin Durant is playing, just him is enough really right now to be beaten.
Yeah, of course. That's what.
Now you adding Clay and Steph. You see what Steph really sucked LeBron's soul on that one play last night when he ran around him and did a layup.
He doubled though.
Soul out of him.
And everybody like to go off.
It was over.
We're talking about a 40-minute game. Everybody like to go off of one play.
And LeBron played 40 minutes.
He shook LeBron. Yeah, but LeBron had a fucking triple double.
Everybody's saying he shook LeBron, but he really didn't shake that man. He made a play on the ball at the hoop. LeBron played crazy defense. The defense, but he was there. He was there to make the play. You know what I'm saying? It was great defense. It was just a little bit better offense. I mean, everybody talking like LeBron was on skates. LeBron was on skates. Dog. It was a great play. It was a great play. Steph made a great layup. LeBron didn't give up nothing easy. That man had to work for that. It's the NBA Finals. All right, he made a great basket, but they talk like he had all kind of separation off LeBron. LeBron was there.
He separated all.
That was easy for Steph Curry. Steph Curry wanted that. That was easy.
He better have wanted it.
Dog, Steph Curry, man. I'm not gonna get into a whole debate about Steph Curry because I could go in on him. Really, I think the dude is a big baby, man. If you look at his body language, he pout. He got the worst body, especially when his shot not falling. When Steph Curry's shot not falling, his shoulders droop. He hanging his head. He act like a little chump.
What player ain't like that?
A lot of players ain't like that. A lot of players ain't like that.
I don't know, man. I think a lot of players start pouting these shots off.
Steph Curry, he the only person I've seen take his mouthpiece out because he was mad slung and hit the fan before.
So you can't get mad when
he did hit that fan. That man hit a fan with his mouthpiece.
Now look, man, this is exactly what makes me laugh about these LeBron haters. When LeBron had them niggas mad and frustrated last year, they were shut down. They couldn't say nothing. All LeBron bullied. Now they got the better team again. Oh, look at this. Y'all forget about how them niggas
They had the
crying
better team last year. They just choked.
Man, them niggas was crying that whole season.
They
That
just
whole
choked. They had the
series.
better team last year.
They was 73-9. They was 73-9 last year.
I think the Thunder were better, but I think the Thunder would have beat.
The Thunder should have beat them. The Thunder had them down 3-1.
I think the Thunder would have won last year.
The Thunder had Durant.
Yeah.
He
Thunder had
showed
Durant.
me that he is a top.
Now think about that.
player.
Think
He is
about
good.
that, bro. Think about
He is
that.
7 foot tall and he is good.
Think about that, bro.
He is good.
Man.
He is
We
good.
talked about he the second best player in the world in 6 years.
I wasn't saying that after that series. Old boy from San Antonio, I thought he was better than Durant until last night.
You talking about Kawhi Leonard? Kawhi Leonard.
Kawhi Leonard was balling.
Had he not got hurt, Golden State would be in the finals.
I don't know.
It's out of sight, out of mind. It's one of those things where it's what have you done for me lately? Because when Kawhi Leonard was balling, especially in the first round, everybody wanted to talk about how Kawhi Leonard was the best two-way player in the league. That's all everybody wanted to talk about. Then they get swept by Golden State, and now everybody want to talk about how KD taking the throne from LeBron.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But think about how they was talking about Paul George in the first round of the playoffs. As soon as they started putting the Pacers on TV,
He dunked on LeBron and he dunked on
yeah.
Yep.
As soon
that highlight shit.
it's all about what have you done for me lately. It's all about that quick reaction. You know what I'm saying? Say it again.
My bad. They made bad front office moves after that, man. They got rid of Lance Stevenson. They didn't make no upgrades to their team. They could have beat LeBron James now. They just made some bad front office moves.
The Pacers was trying to pick up somebody. They just couldn't make the deal happen. You know, they were about to lose Paul George to the Celtics, or the Bulls won. They was about to lose him. Nobody want to go to Indianapolis and play basketball. That's just bottom line.
That's what I was going to say.
He will be in Cleveland next year.
I absolutely believe Paul George is either going to Cleveland or he going to LA. It all depends on how LA manage their draft.
LeBron James, they're gonna talk him to go to Cleveland.
You damn right.
I know
He might as well go to Cleveland.
If I was LeBron, honestly, I'd be on the phone right now. The series ain't even over yet. I'd have been on the phone on the plane back to Cleveland. Hey, Paul, man, you see what they doing out here, dog? What's good? You trying to get a ring or what?
Look what we got to play against, nigga.
You already see what it is, and you can't put a big three together and go play a big four and expect to win. This where we at now. We need a big four. Chris Paul, I don't know where Chris Paul gonna go. Chris Paul probably gonna stay in LA because they offering him $205 million.
That's his best bet. That's Chris Paul's best bet, bro.
he need to come to LA.
He need to stay in LA, my nigga.
I don't even want to talk about that. I don't even really want to get into Chris Paul because Chris Paul's supposed to be a Laker right now.
You see what they said? What happened too? That old boy.
Hold on, real quick, my nigga.
On the trade.
Real quick.
On the choke.
Say that again, Travis.
Chris Paul, what you mean? I'll say it 3 more times. Chris Paul's supposed to be a Laker. Chris Paul's supposed to be a Laker. Chris Paul is supposed to be a Los Angeles Laker. The trade went through.
Go back to what I said about the super team.
Oh, we're gonna be a super team.
The Lakers.
Nah, that was MJ. That was y'all boy. That was y'all boy MJ, and that was your boy in Dallas, Mark Cuban, hating, jealous, mad because the Lakers was about to re-up, and they shot it down.
Look, you got the best scorer, the best defender, Paul Gasol. You know what I'm saying? You already got 3.
They let it happen anyway. They got the best scorer in Golden State. They got the best defender in Draymond Green. They got the best point guard, arguably, in Steph Curry, and they got the best wing in Klay Thompson. So if you're gonna shoot down my Lakers, they should have shot down Golden State. Somebody should have got on the phone and said, "Look, KD, you can't be doing this whole stuff now." You know what I'm saying? How you gonna? You had them boys down 3-1. Now you finna go play with them? What is wrong with you?
Yeah. See, now all I'm saying is, all I want to know is why everybody want to act like LeBron started this shit? It ain't.
LeBron didn't start that.
Hold up, he didn't start it.
LeBron, free agency happened like back in the 80s or 90s.
I'm gonna take my time to South Beach. This man made a big scene.
Hold on now.
He could have just simply said, "I'm leaving Cleveland to go play in Miami." He had to have a whole special on what he was doing. Yeah,
Hold on now. Let me break this down for y'all. All right, let me break this down for y'all. Tom Chambers was the first unrestricted free agent in the history of the NBA. All right.
Crazy.
Now, when did Tom Chambers play? 1988, 89. Free agency been around for a long time. We can't put this on LeBron saying, "Oh, LeBron was the first person to do this, to do that." Y'all forget how the Rockets loaded up.
Yeah, going there. I'm on the phone right now.
Yeah, they did. With Scottie Pippen, Charles Barkley,
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Clyde Drexler.
Yeah, they loaded up then. You know,
Like, see, look, bro, I play sports, bro, and this I know when you good at sports, people will gang up against you, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no that the Golden State Warriors and Durant whole purpose was to get together and beat LeBron.
that was it. Because, but see, they knew.
Best nigga in the world.
They knew that they weren't gonna beat them. That's like, and you look at the Bulls of the '90s. Karl Malone and John Stockton. You think they didn't know that they weren't gonna beat the Bulls in the finals?
Yeah.
You think when the cameras wasn't on, and Karl Malone and John Stockton and they sit down and they talking just like we talking right now. They being real now. All that PC stuff is out the window. They talking real to each other. And they looking at that roster, and they just picked up Dennis Rodman. You think they like, we good. We don't really need to pick up no pieces. You know what I'm saying? I think we can beat them.
Yeah.
And if they was saying that, then we know exactly why they kept getting mopped.
Okay, now, let me tell you what made that so beautiful, my nigga. Neither one of them teams had a loaded roster, my nigga. It was just they two best players against they two best players and they roster. You feel me? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but back then, two players could get you a title.
Yeah.
We talking about an era. I get what you're saying, Los. We talking about an era where you could take two players and a well-built roster and go get a championship.
Yeah.
And that's what you saw. You saw Gary Payton and Sean Kemp. You saw Magic and Pippen. You saw Ewing, Pat Ewing, and who did Ewing have? Who was his number 2 guy?
I'm gonna say John Starks, man.
Okay, John Starks. But that's what you had. You had Shaq. You had Penny. It really wasn't until around 2001, 2002, 2003 when LeBron came into the league, when Melo came into the league, when KD came into the league. With that AAU era, they brought that AAU style of play into the NBA, and now everybody wants to play with their friends, and now everybody wants to try to load up. You see it in the gym all the time. I go to goals right now and go and run a pickup game. Hey, who got down? Oh, my man got it. He already got his 5 though.
Already got their starting 5.
Right, they already got their 5, and then the man that got down, he gonna wait and pick up people off the court.
Yeah.
He not trying to just go head up. You know what I'm saying? He want to load his team up so he can stay on the court. We seen that in the NBA now. These cats is literally using the offseason to load their roster to try to go get a ring. Does that make the ring less valuable?
That's why I laugh at the whole, the players are better these days. Okay, cool. Yeah, these niggas are taller and they just as fast and all, or could be faster and they jump higher and all that. Yeah, but the niggas' heart ain't there, my nigga. You can talk about, and if you know sports, my nigga, your coach tell you all the time, you can't rely on you can't rely on your physical ability all the time anyway. You feel what I'm saying?
You said, are you saying they lacking skills?
I think this league lack a lot of skills, and that's the reason why,
man.
that's the reason why you see the difference in like Durant. You know what I mean? Because Durant got skills. A nigga like Kyrie Irving.
I disagree with that.
Durant got skills.
Speak on it, Layton. Hold on, Layton. So what you saying? Are you saying there's more skill in the NBA overall or less skill in the NBA overall?
It's most definitely more skill today. If you're gonna go by today's standards.
All right.
People put more work in the gym. They put more work in their fundamentals.
That ain't skill, my nigga.
Hold Hold on, Los. Hold on, Los.
Way more skill today.
You right,
Way
go ahead.
more skill today because these kids, these people, they've been playing like Travis said since what? The kids, they getting their fundamentals before they get in the NBA. Now
That
the
ain't
NBA, they thought the NBA don't call that. They don't call travel no more, but the skills is there.
To touch on that, to touch on that, I think Los, I think y'all both right. I think the skill positions. So let's talk about your wings and your guards. Those kids are absolutely more skilled. When you got look at Giannis Antetokounmpo for example. That's a Euro. That we talked about the European players of the night. He came from Greece at 6'9".
He a beast.
Right? Okay. Not but check this out. Not only is he taller, 6'9", I think right now they saying he approaching 7 foot. But he has the skills and the ability to run the point in the NBA. And I'm not saying just kind of function as a point guard. He's dominating as a point guard. Now, where the skills is lacking, and I know we see this on the nightly, the bigs that's playing today.
Ain't no more big.
I mean, these kids can shoot, but when they turn their back to the basket, it just is not the same.
Ain't no skills.
It's not the same. I agree with both of y'all.
It's just all it is just catch and shoot.
But you got this new era.
I catch you slipping out
Don't
looking
nobody
at me
want
the
to be a
right
center
way,
in
nigga. I
this era,
dunk on you.
everybody
Type
wanna
shit fall.
shoot.
That's all I
Hold on. Y'all both going. Hold on. Los, you made a good point. Lathan, you made a good point. That is true. Where a lot of it is just taking advantage of the defense and just trying to get a clean look at the basket. I agree with that. But Lathan, say what you were saying again because I feel like y'all both made strong points.
Don't nobody want to be a center these days, man. Everybody want to shoot. Everybody want to have handles. Ain't nobody trying to be up on the goal and play like that no more.
That's very true. Everybody wants to be a star.
Even if somebody tried to, it wouldn't fit in today's NBA.
Hey, but whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? Because you know how it is when you go to the gym. When you go to the gym, huh?
I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to cut you off because I know we had them rules. But that's exactly what I was going to say, bro. It's the coaching, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the coaching, bro. Like when all right, look, you go way back to Bill Russell days. They ain't have a 3-point line, so coach ain't put no 3-point. You know what I mean? No 3-point shooting in the game plan. But them niggas wind up winning what? 11 championships. You know what I mean? Okay. Now you got the era where Will Chamberlain and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar coming into the league. Now you got two phenoms that's in the league. Niggas scoring 100. Niggas is developing the hook shots. How many championships they had between each other before Kareem went and joined with Magic? Only 2. Will won 1 and Kareem won 1.
Right.
Because they ain't have no coach. They, you know what I mean? At that time, they was before their time. They ain't had no coaching that wanted to be like, you know what? I'm just gonna exploit the shit out of this shit.
Let me say this. And again, I'm gonna make my point to the skill level. Not saying that I would rather see, somebody be a real center, but that goes to the skill level in today's kids and people that come in the NBA. You got to have skills to play a little bit of center and then stretch back out and play the 3-point line and be able to defend it. It's more skills now. You can't name me about 5 centers that could do that in Jordan era.
Lowe's,
Patrick Ewing, Rick Smith, David Robinson.
Shooting no threes, man.
Man, them boys
Rick Smith, maybe.
Pat had a decent mid-range. But it wasn't too many centers stretching the floor like that, man.
Nah, it wasn't because that wasn't what the league was about back then, though.
And then the people you name, you probably say Sabonis.
Arvidas was one of the few. That had a consistent 3-ball, but like you said, but he played most of his career overseas, and they was developing that style of play. We used to frown on that style of play.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s, early 2000s, Euros couldn't come over here with that. They couldn't come over here with that. We would bang them to death.
I heard it out of David Stern mouth when he said that shit. They're gonna change the league.
Ginobili made it cool, man.
Ginobili made a living. I don't know if he made it cool, but he made a living.
It was before him. Yeah, that Euro stuff. He made that. Dwayne Wade was doing Dwayne Wade was doing that shit his first year
You
in the
gotta get
league.
Kobe credit. I hate
I
the Spurs.
never been a big fan of the Spurs,
I'm a fan,
ever.
I never liked the
But
Spurs.
that's just because they've always been a rival of the Lakers.
I only like Steven Jackson off the Spurs. The Steven Jackson like one of my top players.
He wasn't there before a hot minute.
All right.
See, bro, look, they don't want Kobe's. They don't want too many Durants and shit like that in the league, my nigga.
I gotta disagree.
Already
They
a league
don't want
like
it, man. I'm
that.
trying to tell y'all.
The league is full of gangster people.
What?
They tan it
It
up.
always has been.
When he
What
went
you
to
talking about?
they tan it up.
Nah, man, nah. See, now I gotta disagree with both of y'all on that. If you just look at the top 5 projected to go in the NBA draft this year,
Oh yeah.
it's nothing but Kobe type, Durant type players. These kids are taking over. They taking over, and it's all about chasing the shoe deal. It's all about, wanting to be seen. Nobody wants to get down on the block and have to bang for 48 minutes a night, catch elbows to the lower back. Everybody wants to. When you go to the gym right now, it could be 40 people in the gym. Who taking a shot that's not a 3?
Yeah.
Everybody grab the ball. Everybody grabs the ball and they run the damn near half court to jack they shots up.
And that's my point exactly. That's the Western Conference, my nigga. In the Eastern Conference, you don't see that.
That's the league. That's the whole league.
Yeah, you do.
That's the whole league. Boston was a heavy 3-point shooting team. Washington was a heavy 3-point shooting team.
Yeah, it's a 3-point shooting league now. You know what I'm saying? It's a 3-point shooting league now for sure. You know what I mean?
These bigs that want to play that physical style of basketball, they just not coming around no more. It's the same reason why we don't see a lot of heavyweights in boxing anymore. Nobody, these big guys don't want to bang like that, like they used to. It's so much easier for them to catch the ball and jack up a shot from 25. Look at LaMarcus Aldridge and how he play now. LaMarcus Aldridge used to be an all-star, but these whole playoffs, what he do? Catch, fade away from the block. No contact. Didn't want no contact. Play horrible.
He ain't no Tim Duncan.
He ain't no Tim Duncan.
He was awful.
He ain't half a Tim Duncan.
He was awful. And he knew it. He would go over there and sit on the bench and looking all sick. He knew he was playing like trash.
Hey, LaMarcus, when he was on the Blazers, though, my nigga, that nigga was the shit, though, my nigga. That was my nigga.
What happened to him? What happened to him?
Until the playoffs, then he was sorry in the playoffs. He was sorry with them in the playoffs.
He couldn't beat them Lakers. He couldn't beat them Lakers up in Portland.
That's exactly what I'm saying about skill in this league, my nigga.
He got skills.
Ain't no skills in this league, bro.
He got
Look,
skills.
skills is this. Kobe gonna be the last nigga of that shit, really. But I don't know. I like Kyrie Irving, my nigga.
I gotta disagree with you, bro.
Look, my nigga, when you got a 6'5", this is the skills, my nigga. When you got a 6'5" nigga on you, he bigger than you, and you can do your thing to get to your move. Shoot a shot, damn near straight up in the air. That bitch hit the rim and still bounce in. That's skills, my nigga.
That's luck.
That ain't luck, my nigga. That's called touch.
You said hit the rim and still go in. That sounds like a shooter's roll to me.
My point exactly. That's called skill, my nigga. But look, a shooter is not gonna be able to do what Kobe and them do. All I'm saying is, bro, they don't want no Kobe's and no 6 foot.
I think
niggas like that controlling the game like that.
Why wouldn't they want Kobe when Kobe sold tickets?
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna let everybody get a closing statement. But I'm gonna say this before we wrap it up. To speak on what you're saying, Los, I feel like skill is always gonna be dependent on the mindset of these players and how much time they want to put in the gym. And I look at cats like Andrew Wiggins, who coming in and man, he growing in leaps and bounds. He's gonna be an all-star next year. And for the next 10, 11, 12 seasons, he's going to be a problem. I look at Zach LaVine.
He ain't going to be a problem.
I look at...
Go ahead, my bad, because I like the Timberwolves. Go ahead.
I'm going to say this. They got a future all-star team, too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But it all depends. I'm not gonna say that the game is lacking skill, but I think the game might be lacking the mindset that players like Kobe had to want to stay in the gym 6 or 7 hours to work on your craft. To want to stay, like Hakeem would stay in the gym 6, 7 hours to work on that post hook, to work on the drop step. Shaq stayed in the gym. So from that standpoint, I think the mindset is changing, but I think the skill is definitely there, but everybody don't have it like back in the day. I mean, a lot of the players that's just how it was. They embraced the career for what it was.
Yeah, bro. Look, bro. What you're talking about is in an era when players play sports because they love that shit. Now they drafting student athletes who really wanted to be doctors. It's just that it made sense to play basketball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so now you got niggas, they can hoop. They got the same skill, but because they don't got that you can't beat me in them, that shit is like watered down. Nobody really got that edge. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really, like, right now, if a motherfucker dunk on you in the league, niggas be like, so what? Okay, whatever. When I was coming up, nigga, you got dunked on, nigga. That was like, boy, niggas talking about your ass. You know what I'm saying?
So you speaking on the I agree. It comes with the AAU mentality. These kids, everybody get a trophy. Everybody places.
Yeah,
you finish the tournament. It's 1,000 teams in the tournament, and every single team get a trophy.
Yeah, because you know now they changed it to where like Pee Wee football, right? For instance, when the teams play, nobody lose. You feel me?
Yeah, I've seen some leagues stop keeping score and all that type of stuff.
See what I'm saying? Like, now, okay, cool. That go back to what I'm saying. Yeah, cool. Yeah, they they young and just as fast, running. You know what I mean? Doing all these better athletic things. You know what I'm saying? Because you also got to remember back in the day, motherfuckers ain't really have all this new technology and new shit that they had to work out with. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, cool. They expose some more shit to be take in more, but they edge of wanting to be the best one out there ain't there, my nigga. Now they rather just kind of, okay, yeah, I can shoot, yeah, told you I can shoot. So, you know what I'm saying? But what happened when I put this lockdown D on you though? You feel what I'm saying? You got to get a pick to beat me. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You got to implement something like something intervene in the play to beat me. You know what I mean? So it's like it's not really one-on-one. Really, it's not even really who's the best. It's about the game plan. Really, you know what I'm saying? It really ain't about who's the best. Even though game plan is in the part, you know what I'm saying? But it's taken away from the players. It's more from who upstairs and who on the sideline now. You know what
Scheming up.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Speak on it, Leighton. Close us out, man. We're going to shut it down here momentarily, but I want to give you an opportunity to make a closing statement.
All I want to say is I believe Cleveland will be swept. Tyronn Lue had made some adjustments. Had some open on the floor. If Kyrie don't average 50, y'all don't have a team. And I'm out.
There it is. You had it. The three wise men once again. Hey, this is the Verbal Exchange. We're going to close it out. Peace.